Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. All right, this one I ran across yesterday, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" But I thought I would share it with you. For the last 80-ish years, okay, the United States has had it pretty good. Right? I mean, sure, we've had Korea, or we've had Vietnam, or the whole Middle East deal, but since World War II, we've had it pretty good. You can go into the good times make weak men comments. But you think about this. We still have our problems, no question. There are still kids that go to bed hungry at night, which is something that completely pisses me off about sending all this money to foreign countries. But we've always had food available. Now, whether or not somebody can afford it, that's a different story, okay? But at least it's there, all right? And say what you will, if you've got no money and there's food on the shelf, maybe somebody will help you. But you could have $1 billion. If there's no food to be had, it doesn't matter, okay? And as you guys like to say all the time, you can't eat your gold, right? In the last few weeks, we've seen socialism. I mean, not Bernie Sanders type socialism. I'm talking about Joseph Stalin type socialism creep into the U.S. unabashedly. You've got the potential next mayor of New York who, even though he never held a real job, his career aspirations were to be a rap star. And when that failed, he figured, hey, you know what? Politics is something I don't need to know anything about and I can get paid for. You have a absolute socialist now as the potential next mayor of Minneapolis. Okay? We don't have to go into some of the governors and stuff like that who try to play moderate but are avowed communists. Okay? But this is where we're leading. Now, we'll stick with New York for a second because Mamdani has been the moron that's come up with this idea. Government-run grocery stores, right? Oh, we've got to control the price of food. If food's too expensive, if the government gets involved, we'll do a better job. Right. As I've said a million times, tell that to the post office. Remind me again, in history, one government agency that's ever worked efficiently and financially sound. You can't because there aren't any, right? But Mamdani wants to start government-run grocery stores. It's been tried before, okay? No question. They've tried it in Birmingham, Alabama. It failed. They tried it in Baltimore. It failed. I want you to watch this. This is a clip from the news from 2 days ago about a government-run grocery store in Kansas City.
As a voice for everyone, we're following up on tips we received from viewers about deteriorating conditions at the Sunfresh grocery store in the Linwood Shopping Center off Prospect.
First off, the smell. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I watch people walk in and walk out.
The grocery store has received financial assistance from the city, but has been unable to keep those shelves stocked in an area that in the past has often been referred to as a food desert.
Around here, a good thing don't last too long.
And it will impact a lot of people and a lot of families.
KSHB 41 News reporter Alyssa Jackson went to the store to witness it for herself and is amplifying the voices of frustrated customers and community leaders.
It's It's clear this Sunfresh at 31st and Prospect is struggling. This is the first section people see when they come in. There's barely any produce. A lot of the coolers and shelves around the store look the same way, empty. So shoppers have been asking us, if the store isn't closing, then where's all the food? A rotten smell comes through the door, and anywhere you turn, you'll see products that need to be restocked. No hot food or deli.
There was a time this store was on life support. I can tell you today, right now, it's damn near dead.
This is a new low, even to people like Pat Clark, who've watched the store go through its ups and downs.
30 days ago, hell, we looked like a grocery store again.
The city owns the Linwood Shopping Center. A nonprofit operates the grocery store. Public and private investments are in the millions of dollars for the center. The nonprofit didn't respond to a request for comment. I did ask the mayor's office if the city had plans to step in and consider additional funding. The office responded, the city will work closely with store ownership and all neighborhood stakeholders to support the long-term viability of the store based on normal revenues from customers and area consumers.
Where's the money at? I'm asking where the money is.
The shelves could indicate the future of the store.
Come in here. Look what's going on.
They also say a lot about how much patience people have left.
Let the store close. Everything on this lot will start to fail. Then whose problem is it then?
Alyssa Jackson, KSHB 41 News.
Shocking, huh? Because it actually exists. That's not some made up whatever. That's an actual grocery store interviewing actual customers. There ain't no food. Oh, well, that must be a one-off. Tell you what, go ask any of your friends from Cuba or from Venezuela, or I don't know, maybe Mrs. P, who grew up in the Soviet Union, about how great government-owned grocery stores are. She's told me many stories about standing in line with her mom or with her dad for an hour or so to get a pound of butter, and then going to the next store to stand in line for about an hour or so to get a loaf of bread, and then going to the fish market and standing an hour in line to get a couple of fish. And you go, woohoo, I got a couple of fish and a loaf of bread and a pound of butter, and I only had to stand in line for 3 hours to get it. That's government-run grocery stores. That video is proof that it doesn't work. I don't care. Oh, everybody, socialism never works. They just haven't done it right. No, it can't be done right because it's the most idiotic thing in governing in the history of man. Okay? Maybe it would work for robots, but it doesn't work for people. And I will say this, as I've said a million times, if everybody's equal, right? Everybody's going to get the same amount of money. Everybody's going to get the same health care. Everybody's going to get the same education. Okay. If you had to spend, 16 years in school to become a doctor, and you'd get the same amount of money for being the clerk at the grocery store, would you do it? And what happens? All of a sudden, we have no doctors. So everybody get the same medical care. None. Pick something. This is how it works. When you look at the idiocy of these people thinking, great, let's communize our food system. It's been done. It's failed every time. And what happens? Corruption takes over. The ones at the top, the politicians, the Bezoses, the Gateses, well, you know what? I want the salamis first. I want the steaks first. Okay, now the leftovers can go down to the plebes, the public. And then you and I are there fighting for the scraps of everybody else. That's communism. It isn't everybody's equal. It's there's two equals. You're either here or you're here. Those are the two equals. It destroys everybody in between, more commonly known as the middle class. So you're either uber rich or uber poor. And yet, the idiots in New York, one of the richest cities in the world, want to become Mogadishu. Now, I can understand why Minneapolis wants to become Mogadishu, because that's where most everybody's from. But, hey, they're used to throwing their trash out in the street. But, wonder why people are leaving the cities in droves. I mean, who was it? Even Andrew Cuomo said yesterday, if he loses the election, doesn't become mayor of New York, to this moron, he's moving to Florida. Lucky Florida. But this is why we have to stop this, because it's not a pipe dream for them. This is the realities that they are putting into play. And even when it fails, in typical liberal fashion, it's always somebody else's fault. It didn't fail because the idea was bad. It failed because the people didn't do enough. The donors, as you heard in that video, didn't give enough. The government didn't pay enough. What's the point of me giving the government $10 to open up a grocery store so I can go there to give them more money and there's no food? Gee, what happens? I gave the government $10 and I got nothing. Tell you what, in capitalism, I give the grocery store $10 and you know what? I walk out with food. Funny how that works. Pinball out.